So the first set of changes that we're going to make is to the instructor edit view. And we're going to be adding Office to this. And if there is a value there and we remove it, so we delete the value, then it also has to be removed from the Office table. Okay? If we are in the edit, and then we enter a new Office assignment, so it's empty and we put an Office in there, then we also have to add that to the Office assignment table. And if there's an Office assignment that exists and we change it, we have to change it over in the Office assignment table as well. So to do this, we're going to go into the Instructor Controller and we're going to take a look at the edit method. So let me stop this and I'm going to go ahead and open up Visual Studio. And let's go into the Solution Explorer. We're taking a look at our controllers and we're going to look at the Instructor Controller. Now, let me make this a little smaller. Hopefully you can see it. And our current edit action method, because it is the edit that we are changing. So we have a get, and then we have a post. The current edit method sets up for a drop-down list, but instead of a drop-down list, we're going to do a text box. So we can enter the Office location rather than select it from a list. And you can see in both of the get and the post how we have a list that we are selecting. What we're going to do is basically comment out the code that we currently have for the both the get and post edits, and we're going to insert some new code. So let's go ahead and we'll comment this out. And we'll put our new code in here. So if you're kind of comparing the code, you'll notice that the top is the same. Okay, we still have checking the ID to see if it's null. And then our database command is a little bit different. Okay, we're looking at the instructor table and we're including the Office assignment when the ID is equal to the ID in the instructor table. And we should only be retrieving a single value here. Okay, we're still checking to see if the instructor is null, which means they don't exist. And then you'll notice that instead of doing this view bag, we're returning the instructor. Okay, that database query that we did. So that will be the appropriate instructor data. So this is going to go to a view that displays the form with the data filled in. And then if they make a change and submit, it's going to run through this edit. Now the edit, we also need to comment out. So I'm going to change this code. And then we're going to copy and paste. Okay, so you can see that the code that we added is quite a bit longer than the original code. We're giving this an action name of edit. And we've got that anti-forgery token in there. And then this action result was edit. This is edit post. However, we've given it a name of edit. So it's still going to execute when they choose edit. Yeah, I'm going to pull this away for just a second and widen this so you can get a little better look at the code. And if we kind of look through this, we've got, it's still checking to see if the ID is null. That would be a problem because the instructor wouldn't exist. And then we have a variable instructor to update. We're retrieving the instructor's office assignment where the ID matches for instructor and office assignment. And then we are saying that we are going to do an update. Now in this little section, you can see that we're checking to see if we have something in instructor to update. And then we're checking to see if the office assignment is null. And that's what this is doing. So if it's null, we're assigning it a value of null. Otherwise, it actually has an office assignment that is in that variable. And once we either have null or a valid assignment, it's going to save the database and then redirect back to the index. Now, if there's an error in the try, it's going to retry. It should retry 4 times. And then if it still can't resolve it, it's going to display an error message. So that's pretty much what it does, quite a bit more than it used to do. And again, you can see we replaced that view bag. Now you may notice that retry limit exceeded is flagged, and that is because we need a using statement at the top. So we're going to add system data entity infrastructure. And then if we look, scroll back down, you'll notice that it is no longer flagged. And let's save that. And then we do need to modify the edit view for instructor. So after the div elements for hire date, looks like that is here. We're going to add a new field for editing the office location. So it's going to go right in here. And I'm going to copy paste the code. Okay, so you can see we've got model office assignment dot location equals new class. So we're using the same controls, the bootstrap controls for the label for office assignment as we did for the others. And then you can see that we've got editor 4, model.officeassignment.location, and then we have a validation message for that as well. Okay, so basically all we did was take this code, copy it, and then tweak it a little bit for office assignment. So let's go ahead and save and run a build. And we'll execute this. And and in case any of you are wondering, this is Mackinac Island. It's Fort Mackinac. Now, if it doesn't go right into your home controller, go ahead and change it. It might try to go to instructor edit, which is going to give you an error. So just do /home here. And then we're going to go into instructor. And we should be able to edit. And now we have office location. So if you want to give Kim an office, and save it, it should show that she is now in the tennis building.